Hey everyone, Couch Gaming coming at you today with another video. Talking today about Nintendo Switch 2 game pricing. So, for those that might not know, obviously this channel is kind of geared towards like PC mods, ROMs, ROM hacks, that sort of thing. But I do actually play Nintendo Switch games. I do not have a Switch 2, not yet. That will be reserved for whenever their like big mainline Zelda title comes out. But I do play Switch games in a little bit different fashion than maybe some people do. If you know what this is, you can probably put two and two together. Anyway, so what we have here is apparently Nintendo is going to be doing some weird stuff with their pricing that we're going to get into. So I have an article here from Nintendo.com, which I found on Wario64 on X, which I'll link that, and I'll link this article in the description below so you can check it out. But this reads as follows. Beginning in May 2026 and starting with pre-orders for Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, the new Nintendo published digital titles exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2 will have an MSRP that is different from physical versions. Nintendo games offer the same experience whether in packaged or digital format, and this change simply reflects the different costs associated with the production and distribution of each format and offers players more choice in how they can buy and play Nintendo games. As always, retail partners set their own prices for physical and digital games, and pricing for each title may vary. So obviously, you know, you're getting a retail copy of a Switch 2 game, and it may be higher, it could be lower depending on the sale. Digital games will probably pretty much be where they're supposed to be at. You can get the little cards in like GameStop and Walmart and such that have those codes on them, so maybe there'll be sales or something, but I don't see those on sale very often unless you go on like a key site or something like that. But if we go back over here to X, Wario64 does have another link here. So right now I have pulled up here, it looks like a physical copy from Nintendo that you can buy that is $70 physical. If we go down here and click digital, it drops $10. So all of that checks out so far. I think so. I was a little confused when I first heard this, but knowing what I know now, I do think this is kind of cool. So what I am kind of interested in, though, is if this sort of thing is going to be carrying over to their flagship titles. So presumably when the new Zelda comes out, the new 3D Zelda, whatever that is, or like the new 3D Mario, presumably those are going to be, I believe, their $80 tier, because that's what they do with their flagship title. I don't consider this Yoshi's and the Mysterious Book a flagship title by any stretch of the imagination. This is more in the that Kirby Kart Racer thing that came out recently, and that sort of thing, and like the sports titles. I put this in that sort of category. So when a new flagship game comes out, like the Mario Kart that came out last year with the Switch, or the Donkey Kong game, when something like that comes out, I wonder what they're going to do there, because I believe those launch, correct me if I am wrong, but I do believe that those launch at $80. So we've got Mario Kart World pulled up, which was a launch title for the Switch 2. Now we have digital $80 and we have physical $80. Now obviously this is an older title that launched with the console itself. I don't know if they're going to go back and like do some type of retroactive, hey, the digital version is going to be $70, but it's this sort of title that I'm more interested in, where like if the new Zelda launches and the physical is $80, will the digital then be $70? I am what I consider myself a physical collector, obviously, as you can see. Just pulled some random shit out. And so I would, when I do eventually get a Switch 2, because I would prefer to have everything on cart. However, I would, you know, maybe be more inclined to get the digital version if it is $10 cheaper. Well, I don't know. We'll see when I actually get one. I don't have to make that decision right now. But yeah, I'm interested to see how that's going to, you know, shake out. This is kind of an impromptu video. I didn't really know I was going to do this until I just got a hair up my ass and did it. It's a little bit different for the channel. We'll see how this does. Maybe I will cover more modern gaming news if this does well. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that's kind of my thoughts on it. I do think it's kind of cool. I know some people that are kind of shitting on it a little bit, but don't seem to fully understand exactly what it is. Ages ago, I believe with the Xbox 360 and the PS3, they told us that going digital was going to make our games cheaper, and that didn't really happen. So actually, I will give Nintendo the shout out for actually kind of taking that step, even if they did raise the prices of their first party games when they launched their console. But I guess that's neither here nor there at this point. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, do all of that stuff that us YouTubers like to ask you to do in the comments section down below. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.